In the ancient dusk, the lion rose from sacred clay. His turquoise flames murmured forgotten truths. Spirits followed his quiet stride. Shadows bent as he crossed the boundary. Destiny stirred deeply, summoning rival guardians toward the approaching war ahead. The lion sensed distant tremors shaping the land. Old prophecies awakened within him. Echoes of past battles drifted through the winds. Jaguars watched from hidden stone ridges. Wolves whispered omens nearby, knowing the struggle for territory would soon ignite fiercely. The lion advanced, guided by ancestral instinct. Ancient symbols glowed faintly under his paws. He felt rival spirits gathering strength, earth cracked with restless energy. Every step carried the weight of lineage, urging him toward the inevitable clash awaiting all guardians. Dust spiraled behind him as the lion neared contested ground. Memories of forgotten kings echoed in turquoise light. Jaguars shifted silently within shadows. Wolves tightened formation. The sky dimmed, signaling that sacred dominance required proof through fierce trials ahead. The lion climbed a red clay rise crowned with old carvings. Spirit winds circled his mane. Jaguars growled softly below. Wolves answered with chilling harmony. Balance trembled. For every creature understood the land would choose only one rightful protector today. The lion inhaled deeply, sensing the ancestors watching. Energy thickened like storm-forged mist. Jaguars crept closer with sharpened intent. Wolves paced edges of cracked earth. The coming confrontation promised no mercy. Only the raw truth of strength shaping destiny's throne. A silent flash crossed the horizon, awakening forgotten sigils. The lion's eyes gleamed with turquoise certainty. Jaguars tested positions. Wolves tightened their circle. The land itself waited breathlessly, knowing ancient power would soon decide which guardian commanded rightful rule. The lion growled a warning shaped by centuries. His voice echoed through spirit-charged canyons. Jaguars paused but did not retreat. Wolves steadied their breath. The earth responded with trembling admiration. Recognizing the rising storm, each creature contributed to the timeless conflict. Wind carried whispers of old wars across the plain. The lion braced himself, muscles rippling with mythic force. Jaguars' eyes glimmered with challenge. Wolves tapped the ground rhythmically. This gathering marked more than battle, it signified renewal of ancestral authority. The lion stepped forward, igniting clay dust into turquoise sparks. Jaguars circled cautiously. Wolves lowered heads in respect and defiance. The terrain pulsed with sacred rhythm. All forces knew the moment of decision approached, guiding destiny toward irreversible confrontation. A turquoise arc flickered around the lion's mane. Jaguars hissed softly. Wolves lifted their gaze in anticipation. The clay beneath them heated with spiritual weight.
My champion.
The lion understood this was no ordinary challenge but an ancient right demanding unwavering courage. The lion listened to distant drums within the earth. Jaguars began their advance. Wolves spread strategically. Spirit winds carved glowing patterns across the sand. The lion's heartbeat synchronized with ancestral rhythm, preparing him for the fierce struggle about to unfold. The lion roared, shaking loose turquoise embers. Jaguars leapt onto nearby stones. Wolves tightened their formation. Energy swirled fiercely around them. The lion recognized their determination, knowing only pure resolve would determine which guardian shaped the land's future. The lion met Jaguar eyes blazing with ancient pride. Wolves shifted positions with tactical grace. Turquoise flares expanded around him. Every breath carried ancestral wisdom. The battlefield anticipated the decisive moment when courage and instinct collided with them. Hesitation. Clay cracked beneath the lion's paws as he advanced. Jaguars mirrored his resolve. Wolves formed a vigilant crescent. Spirit winds strengthened, revealing outlines of forgotten battles. The lion embraced this legacy, ready to confront rivals and uphold sacred balance. The lion entered the contested valley, turquoise or pulsing. Jaguars descended from high rocks. Wolves approached steadily. The earth vibrated, welcoming chosen guardians. With each breath, the lion steadied his spirit, prepared to defend ancient truths woven into the land. The lion sensed shifting forces around him. Jaguars formed rigid lines. Wolves cast long shadows. Turquoise sparks surrounded his mane, signaling ancestral approval. The valley recognized his arrival, anticipating the decisive clash that would determine its true ruler. The lion lowered his stance, gathering energy. Jaguars prepared to counter. Wolves waited for an opening. Spirit dust thickened in the air. The lion's thoughts aligned with prophecy, guiding his strength toward the confrontation destined to define generations. The lion's roar parted the turquoise mist. Jaguars responded with low growls. Wolves howled in unison. The clay floor glowed beneath them. The lion embraced the ancient challenge, understanding his victory would restore harmony across long-contested sacred lands. The lion surged forward with mythic force. Jaguars leapt to block him. Wolves circled strategically. Turquoise fire trailed behind his steps. He moved with purpose shaped by legacy, determined to claim the territory and unify the ancestral spirits watching. The lion's gaze fixed on the approaching Kodiak bear. Jaguars hissed as shadows lengthened. Wolves crouched low, ready to strike. The valley trembled beneath their combined might. Every guardian felt the weight of ancestral expectation pressing toward confrontation. The bear roared, shaking loose ancient dust. Lion's turquoise flames flared in response. Jaguars lunged carefully. Wolves synchronized movements, each step measured by destiny. The sacred land waited, knowing only one force could claim dominion today. Lightning-like energy crackled across the red clay. The lion's roar echoed through canyon walls. Wolves growled in harmony. Jaguars' claws shimmered with spirit fire. Every heartbeat signaled a rising storm, a prelude to the inevitable clash of titanic wills. The lion advanced with ancient authority. Jaguars circled strategically, eyes gleaming. Wolves maintained perfect formation. Dust rose in spiraling clouds. The Kodiak bear braced. Aura flickering turquoise, the battlefield thrummed with sacred anticipation as fates intertwined. The lion's paws struck the clay, sending sparks into the air. Wolves adjusted positions. Jaguars leapt onto ridges. The bear shifted weight, preparing counter. Spirit winds wrapped around every creature, whispering of battles that shaped generations and defined sacred boundaries. The lion's mane ignited brighter, turquoise flames dancing across muscles. Jaguars hissed and crouched. Wolves edged forward cautiously. The Kodiak bear raised mighty arms, shaking the earth. The spirit realm held its breath, watching the unfolding epic duel. The lion roared, summoning ancestral strength. Dust spiraled into sacred patterns. Jaguars leapt in synchrony. Wolves flanked silently. The bear shook, eyes glowing. Every motion carried the weight of legacy, as all guardians prepared for decisive strikes that would echo through time. Turquoise energy pulsed from the lion's body, carving symbols into the clay. Jaguars danced nimbly between shadows. Wolves advanced with ritual precision. The Kodiak bear trembled, resisting the ancestral force. The sacred land itself seemed to lean toward judgment. The lion lunged with divine force. Jaguars intercepted from above. Wolves circled strategically. Dust clouds swirled in mystical patterns. The bear countered, paw raised, spirit fire crackling. The balance of power teetered, awaiting the moment of ultimate resolution. The lion's eyes met the bear's, turquoise fire reflecting ancient wisdom. Jaguars hissed, wolves growled softly. The land itself trembled. Every guardian understood the ancient truth: only courage, unity, and skill could shape the rightful heir to this sacred territory. The lion circled, sensing openings. Jaguars mirrored his movements with elegance. Wolves waited for subtle signs. Spirit energy swirled. The bear braced, heavy breath shaking dust into the sky. The stage was set for decisive action that would change the guardian's destiny. A shockwave of ancestral energy erupted beneath the lion's paws. Jaguars leapt, wolves shifted, and the bear stumbled. The valley vibrated with mythic rhythm. Every creature felt the sacred connection, a reminder of the power that flowed through lineage and earth alike. The lion roared across the battlefield, turquoise flames illuminating the dust. Jaguars executed precise strikes. Wolves flanked strategically. The Kodiak bear swung with titanic might. Spirit energies collided, creating a spectacle that honored ancient traditions and the raw truth of survival. The lion's claws dug into sacred clay, summoning ancestral force. Jaguars and wolves moved in harmony. The bear staggered but resisted. Every heartbeat echoed across the valley, blending courage, wisdom, and primal instinct into a symphony of mythic battle. The lion and jaguar launched coordinated attacks. Wolves circled, forming a protective perimeter. The bear roared defiantly. Spirit energy shimmered turquoise across cracked earth. The battle escalated with epic grandeur, each moment steeped in the weight of mythic legacy and destiny. The lion struck with calculated fury. Jaguars darted across shadows. Wolves pressed closer. The bear roared, shaking the earth. Turquoise energy danced across the battlefield, illuminating the sacred struggle. Each guardian's movements resonating with ancestral rhythm and purpose. The lion and jaguar forced the bear toward the cliff edge. Wolves flanked to seal escape. Spirit winds carried the echoes of ancient leaders. Every creature felt the ancestral gaze upon them, guiding and judging the unfolding clash for territory, power, and sacred order. The lion's roar ignited turquoise fire across the battlefield. Jaguars struck with precision. Wolves lunged at gaps. The bear resisted, muscles straining against ancestral might. The valley itself seemed to hold its breath, waiting for destiny to crown the rightful guardian. A final surge of energy pulsed through the lion's body. Jaguars and wolves mirrored his rhythm. The bear faltered, struggling to maintain balance. Turquoise light enveloped the sacred land. The ancient trial reached its climax, the resolution of power poised to be revealed. The lion leapt forward, mane blazing. Jaguars attacked in perfect timing. Wolves pressed strategically. The bear roared, faltering. Spirit dust filled the air, swirling in ancestral patterns. The battle's turning point arrived, shaping which force would hold dominion over sacred territory. The lion roared triumphantly, turquoise energy cascading from his mane. Jaguars crouched in silent acknowledgement. Wolves halted, observing. The bear staggered back, acknowledging the inevitable. Ancestral spirits whispered across the valley, affirming the lion's emerging role as guardian of balance. The lion's eyes met the bear's one final time. Jaguars and wolves formed a protective circle. The valley pulsed with ancestral approval. Spirit winds carried echoes of victory and peace. The guardians understood that strength tempered with wisdom defined true rulership over the land. The bear bowed its massive head, acknowledging the lion's supremacy. Jaguars and wolves relaxed into harmony. Turquoise sparks faded gently. The lion stood tall, embodying ancestral wisdom. Balance returned across the sacred land, a silent promise of enduring guardianship for generations to come. Spirit energy swirled and merged above the battlefield. The lion roared softly, commanding respect. Wolves and jaguars recognized the unity of power tempered by restraint. The valley exhaled, leaving behind only sacred dust and the profound silence of reconciliation. The lion's gaze softened, turquoise or calm. Jaguars and wolves bowed in respect. The bear retreated with dignity. Ancestors watched silently, approving. Harmony settled across red clay ridges. Sacred territories breathed again, protected by those chosen to uphold eternal balance. The lion lifted his head to the sky, calling upon ancestral spirits. Jaguars purred softly. Wolves exhaled in relief. The bear's retreat symbolized peace. Turquoise light danced across the land, echoing the enduring legacy of guardians who shaped destiny with courage and wisdom. The valley calmed as spirit winds faded. Jaguars and wolves circled the lion. The bear disappeared into shadowed rivers. Turquoise symbols shimmered briefly across clay ridges. The lion's heartbeat synchronized with earth and sky, a living link to ancestral knowledge and sacred order. The lion walked slowly across the sacred land. Jaguars and wolves followed reverently. Spirit energies lingered in turquoise trails. Every step carried the memory of trials past. Harmony returned, signaling that the guardians had embraced their shared destiny and sacred duty. The lion stood at the center of all guardians, turquoise or calm, mane glowing faintly. Wolves and jaguars bowed. The bear lowered its head in respect. The sacred land rejoiced silently. Ancestral spirits whispered approval, affirming unity, courage, and the rightful balance of power. The lion's roar echoed softly across red clay ridges. Guardians dispersed peacefully. Spirit winds carried blessings of the ancestors. Turquoise light faded into dawn. Harmony reigned eternally. And the lion, as unifier and protector, ensured that sacred territory remained balanced forevermore.